Imagine you're lying on a blanket under a starry sky, the universe stretching out like a glittering canvas, and you start to wonder, what if this isn't the only reality? What if there are countless other universes, each with a version of you? Maybe one's a world-class chef, another's a space pirate, and one's even best friends with an alien. Welcome to the Stuffology Show, where today we're diving deep into the multiverse, a mind-blowing idea that's part science, part philosophy, and, yeah, part conspiracy theory. We're talking origins, key developments, its lasting impact, and some wild speculation about aliens sneaking through from other realities. So, grab a drink, get comfy, and let's take a cosmic road trip through the multiverse. The multiverse isn't just a plot device for your favorite superhero flick, though it's definitely that too. It's the idea that our universe, with its billions of galaxies, black holes, and that one coffee shop you love, might be just one of many. Each universe could have its own laws of physics, its own history, maybe even its own version of TikTok. Picture a giant cosmic foam, with each bubble being a separate universe, floating in some unknowable void. Some universes might have stars that sing, others where gravity works backward, or one where your dog is the president. The multiverse is like the ultimate what-if machine, and it's been captivating thinkers for centuries. Let's start at the beginning. The roots of the multiverse go way back, long before physicists started crunching numbers. Around 400 BCE, the Greek philosopher Democritus was pondering the cosmos. He thought everything was made of tiny bits called atoms, floating in an infinite void. He suggested there could be multiple worlds out there, each with its own unique setup. Fast forward to the 1500s, and Giordano Bruno, an Italian philosopher, took it further. He argued the universe was infinite, with countless worlds buzzing with life. Spoiler: the Catholic Church wasn't a fan. They burned Bruno at the stake in 1600 for heresy. Talk about paying a steep price for big ideas. These early thinkers weren't doing science as we know it, but they were asking the right questions. What if our world isn't the only one? Now, let's jump to the 20th century when a multiverse started getting a scientific glow-up. Quantum mechanics, the study of the super tiny, threw everyone for a loop. Particles can exist in multiple states at once, like being in two places until you look at them. In 1957, physicist Hugh Everett dropped a bombshell with his many-worlds interpretation. He said every time a quantum event happens, like an electron spinning up or down, the universe splits. One universe gets the upspin, another gets the downspin. Every choice, every random flip of a cosmic coin, could create a new reality. Forgot to water your plants? There's a universe where they're thriving, and you're a botanist superstar. Everett's idea was wild, but it gave the multiverse a foothold in serious science. But quantum mechanics isn't the only road to the multiverse. In the 1980s, cosmologists were puzzling over the Big Bang, the massive explosion that kicked off our universe 13.8 billion years ago. A theory called cosmic inflation said the universe expanded crazy fast right after the Big Bang, like a balloon pumped full of helium. Physicist Andre Linde took it further, suggesting inflation didn't just happen once. Different pockets of space could inflate at different times, each becoming its own universe with its own rules. Some might have 10 dimensions, others where light moves slower than a Sunday driver. This inflationary multiverse paints a picture of endless universes bubbling up, each one a unique snowflake in the cosmic storm. And then there's the conspiracy angle. Some folks out there, and I'm not saying they're wrong, think the multiverse could explain UFOs and aliens. Picture this. What if those weird lights in the sky aren't from another planet, but another universe? The idea goes that advanced beings, maybe little green dudes or sentient clouds, figured out how to punch through the barriers between universes. Maybe they're slipping into our reality through wormholes or quantum rifts, popping in to check out our pyramids or probe a cow or two. There's no hard proof, But UFO sightings like the 1947 Roswell incident fuel the speculation. Could aliens be multiverse tourists, joyriding through our dimension? It's a stretch, but it's fun to think about. Let's keep going with the science. The multiverse got another boost in the 1990s with string theory, which says everything, particles, forces, your morning coffee, is made of tiny vibrating strings. The catch? It only works if there are extra dimensions, like 10 or 11, curled up too small to see. String theory predicts a mind-boggling number of possible universes, 10 to the 500, a number so big it makes a Google look like pocket change. Each universe could have different physical constants. In one, gravity's so weak you'd float away. In another, stars burn blue. This string theory landscape made the multiverse feel less like sci-fi and more like a real possibility. But here's where it gets spooky. Some conspiracy theorists think the multiverse is being hidden from us. They point to projects like CERN's Large Hadron Collider, that massive particle smasher in Switzerland. The theory goes that CERN's experiments, like smashing protons at near-light speed, might accidentally open a portal to another universe. Maybe that's why we've seen upticks in strange phenomena, like the Mandela effect, where people swear they remember Nelson Mandela dying in the 1980s, not 2013. Could CERN be messing with the multiverse, swapping bits of our reality with another? Probably not, but the internet loves a good conspiracy, and this one's got legs. So, how do we know if the multiverse is real? That's the million-dollar question. The problem is other universes are like the ultimate VIP club. We can't get in. They're separated by barriers we can't cross, at least not with today's tech. But there are clues. Our universe's physical constants, like the strength of gravity, are perfectly tuned for life. Change them even a smidge, and poof, no stars, no planets, no us. Some say this fine-tuning screams multiverse. With infinite universes, some are bound to hit the jackpot for life, and we're just in one of the lucky ones. Critics, though, call this a lazy answer, like saying magic instead of figuring out why. Another clue might be in the cosmic microwave background, the faint radiation from the Big Bang. Some physicists think if another universe collided with ours way back when, it could have left a bruise in that radiation. Telescopes like Planck have looked for these cosmic fender benders, but so far, nada. Still, the search continues, with experiments like the Large Hadron Collider hunting for signs of extra dimensions or particles that might hint at other universes. If we find something, it could rewrite everything we know. Now, let's talk about the weirder side. Some conspiracy buffs think the multiverse explains cryptids like Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster. The idea is these creatures aren't from Earth, but slip in from another universe where evolution took a different path. Maybe Nessie's a plesiosaur from a reality where dinosaurs never went extinct. Or Bigfoot's just a hairy dude who took a wrong turn through a multiverse portal. There's zero evidence, but it's a fun way to explain why we never find these creatures' bodies. They just zip back to their home universe when the cameras come out. The multiverse has also taken over pop culture. Movies like Everything Everywhere All at Once show characters jumping between realities, living every possible version of their lives. TV shows like Rick and Morty have Rick hopping universes to dodge trouble or grab a better burrito. The multiple multiverse is a storyteller's dream because it lets you explore every what-if. Want a world where cats rule the stock market? There's a universe for that. A reality where you're a rock star instead of stuck in traffic? Got it. It's no wonder writers love it. It's like a cheat code for creativity. But the multiverse isn't all fun and games. It raises deep questions. If there are infinite versions of you, does anything you do matter? If every choice splits off a new universe, why bother making the right one? Philosophers are starting to grapple with this, wondering how the multiverse affects free will or morality. And then there's the science debate. If we can't test the multiverse, is it even science? Some call a fancy guess like arguing about unicorns. Others say it a logical step from our current theories, and we just need better tools to prove it. Let's lean into the conspiracies a bit more. There's a theory that governments, or some shadowy group, already know about the multiverse and are keeping it under wraps. Think about it. If they could access other universes, they might find ones with advanced tech or unlimited resources. Some say Area 51 isn't about aliens from space, but from another reality. The 1969 moon landing? Maybe we got help from a universe where space travel was old news. These ideas are out there, but they feed on the multiverse's biggest strength. It's impossible to disprove. You can't prove there isn't a universe where Elvis is still alive, running a taco truck. Today, the multiverse is still a hot topic. Physicists are publishing papers, arguing over string theory, and scanning the skies for clues. Experiments like the Large Hadron Collider keep pushing the boundaries, looking for particles or dimensions that might back up multiverse theories. Meanwhile, telescopes hunt for odd patterns in the cosmic microwave background, hoping to spot a trace of another universe. We might never get a smoking gun, but the search itself is changing how we think about reality. The multiverse's legacy is already massive. It's made us rethink our place in the cosmos. We used to think Earth was the center of everything, then the sun, then the Milky Way. Now, the multiverse says our whole universe might just be one grain of sand on an infinite beach. It's humbling, but it's also exciting. It makes you wonder about the possibilities. Maybe there's a universe where this podcast is a galactic hit, or one where I'm recording this on a hoverboard. The multiverse pushes us to dream bigger, to question everything. And let's not forget the alien angle. If the multiverse is real, it could redefine what we think about extraterrestrial life. Maybe those UFOs aren't from a distant star, but from a parallel reality where intelligent beings mastered interdimensional travel. Some even speculate that ancient structures, like Stonehenge or the Nazca Lines, were built as signals to multiverse travelers. No proof, of course, but it's a tantalizing thought. Maybe we're not alone, not just in our universe, but across a whole tapestry of realities. In the end, the multiverse is about more than physics or conspiracies. It's about wonder. It's a reminder that reality might be stranger than we can imagine. Whether it's a quantum split, a cosmic bubble, or a portal-hopping alien, the multiverse challenges us to keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep marveling at the weirdness of it all. So next time you're stargazing, think about it. Somewhere in another universe, another you might be doing the same, wondering if you're out there too.